back to another video. Today, I'm doing a video on trade. I'm a big fan of trading myself. In any game that I play, any game that has trade, I love trading. And even if there is no specific trade system, I usually try to figure out a way that I can trade. Because honestly, I'm a big fan of trading, and I enjoy trading a lot. So today, I'm going to be showing you some of my tips and tricks that have helped me along while I'm trading on this game. And usually, trading can help you out a lot. So yeah, let's get into it. So, the first tip I would say is set aside a home plot for trading. Setting aside a home plot is really important for trading because usually people will not think that you're a trader if you don't have a home plot, as they can't see what they want to trade and what they want to get from you. So, say you see a guy with a plot and a trade plot, and he wants to trade with you. Usually when you find items that you want from his plot, he'll usually want to come to your plot to check it out and see if he wants anything. So it's really important that you have a plot for trading, as it's the basic dynamic of everything that usually goes on in trading. So you might want to have one of those. You can usually fill it up with mine. I would say yeah, I would say this is my plot. It's pretty good, and yeah, I would put down in a plot, and yeah, on to the next tip. Next up, we are at the library because you want to have information, you want to have the knowledge, and you want to have the history of trading. Because say someone tries to trade you an item, say someone tries to trade you an item and you don't know where it is, or even just check the shop to make sure it's not in the shop. Because say you're trading limiteds and you're trading a rare limited. You might not even know you're trading a rare limited, and the other person might know you are trading a rare limited and give you something that's really bad. You might just think you're trading a regular item, but you could be trading something really rare. Also, you might want to sell something because that's also important, which is why you need to know the history of or have knowledge of trade, because you need to know at least most of the items, and if you don't know most items, you can always look them up. You can always research them. You can always ask people about them. You can always ask about trade to people. I'm pretty sure they'll let you know some limiteds, and if not, you can always check anywhere to find out what limiteds are. And if you need someone to ask, you need to ask me what some limiteds are, because I know not all of them, but a lot of them. So yeah, just make sure you know at least some decent amount of the history of the item so that you don't get scammed, because my friend, he's a pretty much new player on this game, and I gave him some pretty rare items, and he traded it right away for, I can actually, he traded it for this carpet right here. So make sure you don't get scammed out of your items, because you can use those for future trades, and even so, you can make people want them more. So that's what you should know. Yeah. Let's head to the next one. The next tip I would say is have all items on the plot, but only trade items that you have multiples on. I say this because you can have all your items on the plot, but not trade everything. So, say if somebody comes up to your, say if somebody comes up to we'll say this. I have lots of these, but I'm going to use this as an example. So, say I only have one of these, but I have it on my plot. If someone comes up to this and they say they would like this, because they don't have it, you could say, I only have one of these, are you interested in anything else? That basically puts this pool table on a pedestal. For me anyway, this is how it's worked out for me. It puts this pool table on a pedestal and makes everything a little bit more, it makes everything a little less valuable. So you could maybe get, multiple trades of something, and you could probably trade, you could say, oh, I want this and this, two things for the price of one. That's really helpful in trade, because if you're looking to trade, you probably want to get two things and not just one. So that's why you should always put all your stuff down on your trade plot, but only trade things that you have multiples of, because that can actually be helpful and help you get more items in the future. So yeah, make sure you do that. And yeah. Okay, so I would say the next most important tip is to share information with friends. Sharing information with friends makes a web of information. You can get information from your friends can get information from you. they see a rare trade, something that you might not have, they can either get it for you because you don't have the time to get it, so which saves you a lot of time. But you can't exactly get on. They got you. They can get it for you because you've gotten things for them before. You guys have traded before, and it definitely makes things a lot easier when you have like a web of people that can like get items for you. You can trade items to them because they don't have it, and it just makes trading a lot easier. So definitely have a web of friends that you can communicate through. And even so, if you have people that like can say, "Oh, you need this item. Oh, I need that item." They can keep a lookout for you. You can keep a lookout for them. And this is a small tip, but it actually is big because friends do play a big part in trading. At least personally, they do. So yeah. When it comes to trading, I feel like people can be pretty prideful. So, not meaning like, oh, I don't want to give you this because it's my pride and joy or something like that. I mean, they won't take anything if it's free. But sometimes you just need to take things that are free in this game because say there's a limited that you really want and you're too prideful to suck up your own pride and take it, you're probably not going to get another chance for a little while to get it. So I would say just suck up your pride and get the limited item because getting any limited item that you can is actually really useful, and it can create, even if you like don't have it, you can create multiples. Like say you only have one of something, you can just get like 2 or 3 of them, and now you have multiples. So if something's free, you should probably take it. It's useful, and yeah, if you don't want to suck up your pride, I'm sorry, but you're probably not going to be the best trader. I had to learn this the hard way, and I've missed a lot of trades because I didn't want to be prideful. And yeah, because the person didn't want anything from me, and then I didn't want to trade them. So yeah, that made it really hard for me to trade around. So definitely just suck up your pride and take the items that are given. My next tip is get any limited you can, whether it's clothes, items, food, toys, whatever. Get any limited limited. Get any limited you can, because honestly, this will be helpful. This will make it easier for you to trade because you'll have all the limiteds in case anybody's looking for anything. I made a mistake of not buying the Japanese set, and now I regret it because now I can't find the Japanese set anywhere. So just make sure you get like buy any limited you can. Like if you're low on money, like it's useful. It can make you a lot of money depending on what you're selling, especially stuff from like early on. I wouldn't say people would really buy it, but you can definitely get some decent trades, and you could get multiples depending on how rare it is, how like much people see it. So definitely buy every limited that you can. I guess you couldn't really like trade clothes. You can't really trade clothes, but it's still cool to have the limited just in case like it's Halloween season. You want to rock a hoodie, and in the new one, there's not really any hoodies that you like, so you can pop on an old hoodie that you like, and that makes it really useful. Or like food, you just want to show off your rare food to people. Like put it on the table for decoration. You'll have that for later on. So it's definitely good to buy any limited that you can, from food to clothes, yeah, stuff like that. Buy them all. That's all I got to say for that tip. My final tip is that you got to sell your trade. When I say you got to sell your trade, I don't mean you literally have to sell your trade. What I mean is you have to make your trade believable, and you have to make someone want to buy it. I mean, you can sell your trade. I wouldn't see the point if you're trying to build up an like inventory of rare items. But if you're not trying to buy like build up an inventory of rare items, don't worry about it. But I would say you got to sell your trade. You got to make someone want your trade. If you don't make someone want your trade, they're not gonna want it. Especially if you make someone want to not want your trade. That's even worse. You want to figure out ways, like cheeky ways, to like get people to want your trade. Whether it's talking to other people, saying, "Oh, I'll give away this item for free," but you look around other people's plots and you see like that and make them trade. They probably won't even notice that you said free. They'll probably see that you said free, and then once you start talking about trading, they'll want to get into the trading groove. You can go into other people's plots and talk to them. You could say, I have items that are rare. Take them to your plot, check them out, let them see what they want. You could trade them, even by like cheeky slogans or anything like that. You gotta cause trouble, even maybe. If you want to sell your trade, you really gotta sell your trade. You gotta make someone want your trade. If you don't make someone want your trade, they're not gonna want it, and that's final. But anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I do hope you found these tips helpful. These are my tips. They might not work for everyone, but I do hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out and bye. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a video on tips to trading. Now, I'm a big fan of trading myself, and I really enjoy trading. I enjoy giving away, like,